hit go live there, then to Facebook, and go live. Now back down to production truck. And now go to where it says video clips. Go to ads. There's your long commercial. Get out of here, bees. And then click on that. And then in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you're going to hit fire.
Okay.
Now, the last thing we have to do is we got to hook up our microphones.
What do you want to do about this car?
Yeah, I've got another one, but I'm going to try and fix that one.
So at 10, just hit fire right here?
Yep. So you plug in there.
Yep.
And you plug into one of these. And I'm going to put you on one. So this one's going to be yours. Okay? And I'm going to switch spots with you here in just a second. Oh, wait.
You want me to hop up now?
I'm going to plug mine in.
Okay.
You know what I had to do yesterday? I had to get this like this, put it in, and it tells you you can't do anything.
Yeah, we were right across the street.
Weird.
Is that from Hunter just putting it in?
No, I just used it last night.
Probably ought to use
Sorry. I don't know if this was even long enough to take anything, to be honest with you. Let's see if it works. It's gotta be the camera. Don't worry, it'll come back on.
Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand.
Now
After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Warriors Athletic Field here on the campus of Indiana Tech University. We've got a good soccer matchup for you tonight between two schools that are not too far apart from each other. It's the Indiana Tech Warriors, the home team, standing 4-1 on the season, ranked number 11 in the newest NAIA poll. And they are part of the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, and they'll take on the Foresters tonight of Huntington, who sit 4-2. They're not ranked, and they are part of the Crossroads League Conference. And should be a good matchup here tonight between these two teams. Looking over at first for Indiana Tech, they've got wins over Roosevelt, Governor State, Vanguard, and a really good win over number 6 Cumberland in double overtime. That lone loss in their last match to number 16 Lindley Wilson down in Kentucky, a 2-1 defeat. For Huntington University, they've got wins this year over IU Northwest, Siena Heights, Michigan Dearborn, IU East, and their two losses are to Tennessee Southern and Ohio Northern. And these two teams will play again here shortly, and we'll go over those matches later. The leading scorers this year so far, 5 goals for Harris and 5 goals for Amako. And I'm going to bring in our color commentator tonight, Connor Hendrickson, and you know a little bit more about the team, so I'll let you continue.
Yes, thank you. So Huntington, the Foresters come in at 4-2, and they have been lightning quick to start the season so far. They've scored 22 goals in their first 6 matches, and that includes the shutout that they unfortunately incurred to Ohio Northern on the road this past Saturday. They have not been shy in putting the ball in the back of the nets, and they come up against a Warrior team that has been about the opposite. They've been very strong at the back. Jaume Salvato, the WAC Defensive Player of the Year, already twice this season. In net, the sophomore from Spain. They've got a lot of great defenders in front of them with Will Harris, Scott McCarthy, and they typically have scored 1 or 2 this season, and that has been enough. Unfortunately, they did concede twice in their past 2 matches. They've been a bit shaky at the back. Lindsey Wilson were able to score twice, the 16 seed, and pick up the win, and Indiana Tech suffered their first loss of the season.
I think the one thing that strikes me the most about Indiana Tech, the Warriors, I've only seen them once this year. I'm not really the soccer guy. That's usually Tim Atkinson. But Will Harris, back there on that back row, he's got size. I mean, what is he, about 6'3", 6'2"? I don't know if they have him listed size-wise here. They do over here on this side. And I did take my glasses off, so it'll be hard for me to see how tall Mr. Harris is. Let me see here. Will Harris, 6'4", from England. He's a great defender. I mean, they have other great defenders on this team too, but he sticks out quite a bit. And then, you know, when they want to get some goals scored, Amako is amazing, man. And he's able to turn the corner. He likes to play fast. I think he's a very good goal scorer. We'll see tonight. I know our camera guy informed us before. He thinks that maybe Huntington may be a little depleted today with some suspension. So we'll see here in the pitch tonight. I don't know much about Huntington. I know they've got a lot of local products on their team this year. So I think this will be an interesting matchup between two teams that sit right at 4-2, 4-1. So a good matchup tonight here at Warriors Athletic Field. Any more thoughts on this matchup? I was going to see it says that the Warriors are 6-3 against the Foresters since 2007. They won the most recent matchup in 2019, 1-0. You mentioned it. They like to play low-scoring matches.
Yes, they typically are very good at the back. It was something that was stressed by the former coach John Dunn, and the interim coach David Bocart has come in, and it's been very similar. They've relied on their great defense with McCarthy and Harris at the back, Salvato and net. It's been a trio that has been tough to beat for many teams that have faced them. and they rely on some of these attacking guys. They are missing still their leading goal scorer, Noe Garcia, from last year. He scored 18 times last season.
Wow.
Still out with a bit of a knee injury. So they've relied on guys like Amoko, who, like Harris, played over the summer for that Fort Wayne FC team that just formed here in Fort Wayne, the USL League 2.
You can tell they have good patience, good skill. They're a little faster than some of the other guys. When you play at a higher level, you either get faster or you get out. And we'll see what happens with them tonight here at Huntington. We've got to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll take a look at these two teams a little bit closer, and then we will have the starting lineups and the national anthem. You're watching Indiana Tech Soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Tech goes by many names: business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Welcome back to Warriors Athletic Field here at the Indiana Tech University here on the north side of town here. We're just about ready to meet the starters. Our three officials have donned their yellow jerseys, and they'll be out here momentarily. The teams are switching their jerseys and just about set and ready to go, and I think you've got some information already on Huntington, who their starters are going to be.
Yes, it looks like number 1, Gabe Greenfield, will be in net. Then there's number 4, Austin Beatty. Number 7, Reed Seismansky. Number 12, Eric Okok. Number 14, Alan Bernandez. Number 16, Cooper Fauché. Number 20, Pablo Garcia. Number 24, Zach Collins. Number 25, Keegan Lee. Number 27, Diego Romo. And rounding out their starting lineup is number 29, Nathan Lemon.
Wow, a lot of local guys starting today for the Foresters of Huntington. So good for them. We got a few soccer balls left out here. Don't forget, boys and girls here that are watching, Indiana Tech fans, we will begin having a lot of other sports for you coming up over the next few months, especially volleyball. We'll get going real strong over the next 4 weeks here on Summit City Sports. And then I believe you've got hockey getting ready to start, correct? In October, already hockey getting ready to start. And then we've still got all these men's and women's soccer matches left. And then it'll be off to basketball over there at the Schaefer Center. So a lot of sports to come here on Summit City Sports, and we are proud to be your host this season for all of these important soccer and other matches this year here on Summit City Sports. Well, I bet we have a good crowd. They didn't show up till late last time, Connor. They're kind of like L.A. Dodgers fans. They show up late, leave a bit early. That's how it kind of works. You know, you get some extra time here with 45 minutes. Final thoughts before they get started?
Looking forward to a very good match. It's nice to see fans back in the stands, especially the away fans. I know last year, I think it was just home fans mainly, especially towards the end of the year. So more fans, especially with a local matchup like this that could be a very, very good game, have traveled the short distance to support their Forester team.
Looks like Huntington's going to be dressed in their green uniforms tonight. Indiana Tech will go in their home whites. And they are just about ready to go. I believe they do have a public address announcer, correct? Am I wrong on that?
Yes, they should.
Yeah, it's not a real loud one, but they do have one over there. It's been a while since I've done one of these soccer matches. Well, if Huntington's got some guys suspended, it looks like they brought an extra 6 or 7 guys maybe from the track team. The cross-country team outstanding up there at Huntington.
Definitely do have the subs today if they do need to use them.
I want to thank Mother Nature for cooling down the temperatures a little bit tonight. Just a reprieve before it goes back into the upper 80s over the weekend. Should be good for Friday night football. The other football.
Just looking across at the bench there, it looks like Tech might be without one of their best players, Will Harris, not dressed in a jersey.
Yeah, I feel like when I had to go over to use the restroom, and they all came out, and I don't remember seeing him either. Oh, he's in street clothes, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, behind him. You can't miss him. He's the tallest dude on the team. He's going to be a difficult one to replace in that backside. I'm trying to think of who the other really good defenders were. Was it Noah Garcia? No, he's a forward. There was another young guy that was Junka.
I believe Mark Junka and potentially number 12, Antonio Mara, could slide in at that center back role.
Yeah, and I think I know Junka played back there a lot in the last match that I had when they took on Governor State.
Sophomore Lewis Roberts as well, another freshman or another center back from England, kind of learning in Will Harris's footsteps, could get some minutes tonight as well.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Warrior Field for today's contest between the Huntington University Foresters and your Indiana Tech Warriors. Indiana Tech and the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to tonight's contest. As a member of the NAI, the WAC makes a true spirit of competition for being champions and character. We 5 core values the NAI embraces: respect, integrity, responsibility, serving leadership, and sportsmanship. We set each student's participant, official, or spectator abide by these values, thereby create a positive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Let's meet the start line for both teams. First, for the visitors, Huntington. In the field for the Foresters, number 4, Austin Beatty. Number 7, Reed Zemansky. Number 12, Eric Oka. Number 14, Alan Fernandez. Number 16, Cooper Boshi. Number 20, Pablo Garcia. Number 24, Zach Collins. Number 25, Keegan Lee. Number 27, Diego Romo. Number 29, Nathan Lemon. And in goal for the Foresters was number 1, Gabriel Greenfield. The head coach of Huntington is Russ Lawson. And now the start line for your Indiana Tech Warriors. In the field for the Warriors, the sophomore from Germany, number 2, Jonas Coleman. A senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Number 3, Izzy Vaides. A sophomore from Brazil. Number 6, Luca Mata. A junior from England. Number 9, Luke Jones. A junior from Brazil. Number 12, Antonio Mara. A senior from Spain. Number 14, Angel de Jorge. A senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Number 18, Jackson Zimmerman. A junior from Spain. Number 23, Mark Junca. A junior from Spain. Number 24, Pep Casas. And a senior from Ghana. Number 25, Maxwell Amako. And in goal for your Warriors, a sophomore from Spain. Number 1, Jama Salvado. The coach of your Warriors is David Bocart. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time of the night, we ask you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, there you have it, Connor. We're just about ready to start here some non-conference action here in soccer. One team wants to go fast break. The other team wants to slow it down. You couldn't have two more different contrasts and styles.
No, it should set up for a very interesting match, and we will have to see which style can really implement itself early on into the game. Will Tech have much of the ball and be able to control the game and go forward, or will Huntington be the ones that are on the attack? Does look like, though, Jaume Salvato will have two different center backs in front of him, which could create some early problems. They must make sure that they are all on the same page, as both Scott McCarthy and Will Harris are not starting this match together, a pair that has been very, very good over the past 3 seasons.
Absolutely, and they're just waiting for each team to get ready to go here. We got a couple balls on the side here that they're going to clear off before we get started. I want to thank our sponsor, Parkview Sports Medicine, once again for helping us promote these college athletes here at the NAIA level.
Once again, Tech in their all white, the new Nike sponsorship with the orange stripes. Almost reminds me of a baseball jersey, the pinstripes on those. Going right to left, Huntington in the green and black, going left to right here at Warrior Athletic Field. Looks like Huntington will have the kickoff. Number 24, Zach Collins up top to take.
All right, Connor, on your maiden voyage here on Summit City Sports. It's all yours from this point on. If you need help, you just let me know.
All right, thank you very much, Ryan.
Yep.
The first half here at Warrior Athletic Field is underway. Forsters with some early possession. We will have to see if they are more of a long ball driven team or they like to keep a hold of the ball. Tech definitely a side that wants to hold more of the possession. Not afraid to counterattack though, so Forsters must be wary that they do not give the ball away in any dangerous defensive positions here. Ball's driven up the field there. Zimmerman able to get it out to Valles, the two Fort Wayne natives, and Tech will have their first spell of the match. Mark Junca and Antonio Mara, the two center backs in front of Jaume Salvato. A trio of Spaniards back there. Mara now on the ball all the way out wide to this near side to Valles. Mata was hit with his first touch of the match, the Brazilian sophomore who has yet to find the back of the net this season, but he has 4 assists and has really been a focal point in the Warriors' attack. The Warriors knocking the ball around here, just prodding, looking for a way through. Forsters with all but one sitting very deep and really 2 blocks of 4 in front of the keeper. Coleman receives the ball out wide, cannot find an option, will reset all the way back to Junka. Ball driven forward there, it will get over all the way to Jones, who gets his first touch. Very dangerous left foot on him, always looks to cut in. And Coleman over the top of him, that can create a very dangerous 1-2 on that sideline. Cassis now in the middle of the park. Able to find Zimmerman. The Warriors pushing forward here with numbers. Jones now is able to keep that one in play but loses out. Zimmerman now to Cassis. Just looking for a way through. Mara wide to the Fort Wayne native Valles. Zimmerman finds Amoko down that sideline. Very patient so far from the Warriors as they really are looking for a ball into the box here. There's one driven in, and Greenfield comes out very well to punch it before it is eventually cleared. Jones with a more central role. Cassis now. Valles looks to lift one in, and Greenfield up to claim that one just a bit too close to the keeper. And the Forsters survive the Warriors' first real almost 3 to 4 minute stretch of possession there. It's Keegan Lee at the back here. Cannot find any options forward. It's really just between him and Greenfield as Greenfield decides to drive this one all the way up the field, and it'll find its way through. Salvato out though to claim. Mara on the ball. With a lot of space back there, Forsters drop in almost everybody deep. This Bocart-led team that has been drilled into possession by Dunn for the past few seasons, with Bocart now in charge, still plays very, very similar. They like to knock the ball around, keep possession, not force too many chances unless they absolutely have to. Very simple stuff early on here. So Junka will drive forward, finds Jones all the way out to Amoko with Valles overlapping. Coleman on that far side. Mata able to skip past one, finds Valles, who drops it back to Del Jorge. Into Amoko, can he find a shot? He does, and it's just wide of Greenfield's right post there. Some beautiful buildup. Valles into Del Jorge, found Zimmerman, and Amoko, who slid his way across the middle, took that touch, and the shot was just wide.
You saw that on the replay. Wow. That's some good footwork.
From this angle, it looked like it was about to go in, too.
Yeah.
Greenfield at full stretch. Not sure if he would have had that one covered. Greenfield will play that one up in the middle. Bit of a loose pass as Jackson Zimmerman's able to pick up the ball. And no foul call there. Zimmerman's barged off the ball and is eventually cleared all the way upfield. Mara will have to deal with it. And he does. Ooh. Nice touch there from Del Jorge, and Cassis will clean everything up, and the Warriors will go once again. And that might be the type of day it is for the Foresters up top. Number 24, Zach Collins, might not have much service. Maybe just 1 or 2 chances the way this one's shaping up. He will have to be clinical and work hard defensively for his team. Cassis able to keep that one under control. Skips past 2 and plays it all the way wide out to Coleman. Can he find somebody in the box? The ball there will be deflected out for the first corner kick of the match on the far side. Luke Jones to take the left foot in swinger. Ball whipped in, Greenfield able to clear. And it is eventually kicked all the way out to midfield. Valles will put it right back in. Jones swings it across the field to Del Jorge. Zimmerman now. Finds Cassis about 25 yards out. Can he find a strike? Del Jorge will look for one that plays us well over the bar, but early chances for the Indiana Tech Warriors. Greenfield once again with really no options. He might have to resort to booting this one all the way up the field, which he does. Collins unable to bring that one down. As the Warriors will reset possession here and let the Foresters drop back into their really almost 10, 11 man block behind the ball. Junka on that far side, plays it out to Coleman. Jones checks short, and despite being the left winger on that, or the right winger on that far side with the great left foot that he really has almost a free roam roll. Cassis now drives to the middle, looks for the ball in. It's cleared up the field to Collins with plenty of defenders on him. He does well to keep control of the ball. But the Foresters eventually lose out Cassis once again, who has been involved heavily early. Cassis, one of Tech's key players out there. He was one of 4 or 5 of the Warriors who spent their summer playing with that Fort Wayne United team, the new USL League 2. So he has really had a busy summer, a busy year, really no break for him after COVID pushed almost half the season and all of the postseason into the spring last year. Zimmerman now finds some space on the ball. Jones will look with that left foot, drives it well over the net. But once again, another chance there on Greenfield. Almost a quarter hour gone here at Warrior Athletic Field. And the Foresters have, despite their lack of possession of the ball, have really defended well. Many of the Warrior chances have been hard to come by, as Mara there is able to pick up the ball and strike, but just wide. And really the commentator's curse gets the Foresters as they lose out on the ball at the back. Mata did well to pressure and pick up the ball, but his left-footed strike was wide of that left post. Zemensky now on the ball. Ball played all the way over to this near side. Fauché unable to bring it down. Amoko did very well to win it back. And that is something that was a very, very, very important point from Coach Dunn's team that I'm sure head coach David Bocart and assistant Francesco Neto have kept, that really all the players defend, they all attack. This is a very unified team that works together to win the ball back as quick as possible and go forward to try to score. It's led to much of the success over the past 3 to 4 years. As a handball will be called there on the Foresters. Zimmerman with some possession looked to play the 1-2. It popped up and hit a Forester defender's arm. And the Warriors will have a dangerous free kick here. Around 25 to maybe 28 yards out. It looks like Jones, Cassis, and Mata stand over it. Might set up better for a left-footed strike here without the likes of Harris and McCarthy, two very tall center backs in the box. Mata might be more inclined to shoot than to cross. Mata stands over, looks to be the one that will take. This one whipped in and it's headed just wide of the post. Antonio Mara unmarked at the 6. And I'm sure he would have liked to have that one back. Heads it just wide. And Greenfield was left really flat-footed there. That one was on frame. It would be 1-0 here at Warrior Athletic Field. A great ball there from Mata. Lee will punt this one all the way up the field. And a foul is whistled on Jonas Coleman. Coleman, it looked like it was minimal contact, might have had two hands on the defender's back and gave him a little shove. And now the Foresters will have their first real chance, and they've yet to really be inside of the Warriors territory here, but a set piece in a game like this is a perfect opportunity for them to smash and grab a goal. This one whipped into the box and cleared away by Jackson Zimmerman, who despite his 5'7" stature can absolutely fly. He scored the winning header away versus the number 6, the University of the Cumberlands, in overtime with just about a minute left. And he's one that really flies under the radar on this team. The local Fort Wayne boy himself, Jackson Zimmerman, really one of the most energetic and important players out there, despite the fact that he might not show up in the stats as much as some of his impressive teammates. This long throw will be played in. It's almost like a corner kick. Del Jorge to clear only to the edge of the box, as Jones is able to pick up the ball with Amoko as they drive forward. It's a 2v3 here. Jones now all the way. Can he cut back onto his left foot? Valles at the back post for support. Cuts in at the left, finds Mata. But a great job there by the Foresters to win the ball back and at least relieve a bit of pressure. The Warriors will slow things down here. Jones into Mata. He's able to play it all the way out wide to Valles with plenty of time here on the ball. It's a poor ball there from Del Jorge. Will lose possession. Good pressure from Eric Okak, who will also have to work hard up top with Collins to try to disrupt any passes into the midfield. Because once it gets to the likes of Jones, Cassis, Amoko, Mata, the Warriors are very, very dangerous. Lee once again with no options will play it all the way upfield. And Mark Junca does very, very well there to just head it to Salvado, who has had little to no action all game. Coleman across to Mara. Into Valles. It's nice to see Israel Valles into the starting lineup as that ball is played all the way over to Jones, who's onside and able to keep it in back onto that left foot. Coleman with plenty of time here to put one in will drive one across the box. Amoko up to win the header, but heads it well over the bar. But another good chance there from the Warriors. A direct ball over the top of Jones. A bit different from much of the possession and short 1-2 play they've been doing all match. Jones was able to put the ball back into the box through Coleman, but Amoko was unable to guide that one at the net. So Bernardes there under some heavy pressure, loses out. Cassis to Mata, back to Cassis, but that one will go all the way over the byline and out of play. Bernardes dodged a bit of a bullet there as the 3 Warrior attackers all collapsed in on him and he was unable to find a way out. But despite the really control that the Warriors have had on the match, it still remains 0-0 here at Warrior Athletic Field. And besides that Mara chance, there's yet to be a real other shot on goal now as Collins is able to carry forward, keep it past the challenge of Mara as he drives to the corner and will look to put one in, and he does very well to win a corner, and the Foresters will have another chance here to put a set piece into the box. Number 20, Pablo Garcia, over on this near side to take. With his left foot, this one will swing into Jaime Salvado.
There we got a yellow card.
Must be some form of dissent there. Might be number 9, Luke Jones, booked early on. As the Foresters still have a corner here. The ref just writing that down into his book. Garcia to take. This one driven at the near post, bounces around before Mata eventually clears. Only as far as Fauché, who knocks it across the park. Diego Romo on the ball, drives it up to Garcia. Varedes there to win. And Jones now on this near side, left side. He's really been all over the pitch so far.
Unofficially, Connor, 7 shots to 0 thus far in this match. We had it totally wrong, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huntington, having 22 goals this season, have really not showed any attacking threat so far. And the Warriors, who typically go into their games and look to control, have done so far. And I'm sure Coach Bocart and assistant coach Francesco Neto will hope that the Warriors can find a breakthrough soon, because all it takes is one chance, one mess up at the back, and the Foresters could grab a goal. And the way they've been defended so far, that might be really all it takes. As Zimmerman on the edge of the box here, can he find a strike? Looks for a Moko. It's eventually cleared out. Del Jorge will keep it in play, not let the Foresters advance too far up the pitch.
It's almost like Tech is using that official as kind of a screen for that ball in there in the middle.
The Foresters really not stepping up at all to any of the midfielders. They're comfortable with letting Mata and Del Jorge and Casas pick up the ball 30, 40 yards from net, as Varedes now on this left side. A bit behind Jones, and that will allow the Foresters to reset and scoot up a little bit. Patient play here, the flick over the top. Zimmerman looks to have the strike. It's a swing and a miss there, but he's able to keep possession. Coleman now. As all 11, or all 10 Warrior players besides their goalkeeper are inside the Forester half. Casas out to Varedes with Jones overlapping, plays it back inside to Casas. Moko back to Casas. Can he find a strike here at the edge of the box? Slots it through, but that one will go all the way out for a goal kick. And the Foresters hold strong once again. Their defense sitting really at the 18, almost deeper. Their midfield not much further in front of them, but so far it has worked. Zemanski now on the ball. This might be one of those games that the Warriors really miss a player like Noe Garcia with 18 goals last season. He really bailed them out, and a lot of times they needed a big goal. He was really there to show up and score it, and without a true striker like him on the field, it's just something they miss out on. They've got a lot of creative guys out there, but none to Noe's status as just a pure goal scorer. As Bernardez looks to play wide to Garcia in a foot race with Varedes, who does well to win it. The Foresters will have a throw in. Fauché to take. That one bounces out. Amoko now with 2 defenders on him. Played all the way across the field to Coleman, and the Warriors try to attack here. The Forsters rushing back to get into their block. Jones dances past 2-3. Can he find a strike? Clips it in. Fauché to clear. Coleman's now up from his right back position and will win a throw in for the Indiana Tech Warriors. .40 left in the first half. Neither team have used anybody off their bench so far. Warriors seem content with knocking the ball around and creating chances, confident that they will find the back of the net. Meanwhile, the Forsters are equally as confident in their ability to defend. Paredes back to Del Jorge, who will clip this one in. Cleared to Romo, but he's unable to keep that one under control. Paredes, a few step overs there, looks to get down the byline. Chops back. Cassis keeps it in play, but it will go out for a goal kick eventually. Green field to take. Bernardez swings it wide, but a poor ball there. Romo's able to corral it though, but Garcia cannot keep it in play. Set up right on the line, but just rolled over there. And they will have to drop all the way back. All 11 players behind the ball here, and the Forsters, especially as this game wears on, if it keeps the same trend as it has so far, might have to add some guys off the bench, as when you don't have the ball, you're really just running around out there. Tech, many of their guys have not had to run too much. They've been able to really possess almost 80% of the game, I would assume, so far. Mata now on the edge of the box, looks for the strike, it's blocked. Del Jorge will play it wide out to Paredes with Fauché in defense. Jones with Coleman in support, tries to play this one across. Zimmerman unable to get there. Greenfield will corral and drive this one up the field. Collins, really the only Forster within 30 yards of the ball, unable to win it. Coleman back to Junka. Cassis there, the 1-2 with the Moko, unable to come off. And Zemansky will play it up to Garcia.
Whoa.
It's a great step there from Mark Junka. Clears that one almost into the parking lot. Just over a half an hour gone in the first half. Still 0-0 at Warrior Athletic Field as Lee will drive that one up the field. No one there for the ball. It will be interesting to see how long this approach at the game from the Forsters goes on, especially if the Warriors are able to grab a goal. It will make them come out of their deep lion shape. It will take a A lot of great defensive effort and communication back there to defend for almost 90 minutes straight. Greenfield able to come out and get that ball before Amoko can get there. That one drove all the way up the field. Eric Ocock able to get on it. No foul there. Moko able to beat Fauché to the ball, and the Warriors will reset once again. Cassis on the ball. Zimmerman to Mata. Back to Cassis, who just looks for one way through, unable to find it, as the Warriors have had to go backwards for much of this half, which you can attribute to the Foresters' strong defensive shape and unity out there. Cassis inside to Zimmerman. Able to get past one, past two, the ball. Mata struck it. Great save there from Greenfield, and that's potentially the first chance as we could get a look at that one on replay. Great job there from Zimmerman to skip past one, find Mata, and the strike saved by Greenfield. The corner was whipped in there and will be cleared out for another corner. This time on the near side, Cassis looks to be set over to take it. Corner whipped in, Greenfield able to get a strong punch to it, but the Warriors are whistled for a foul. The Foresters can take a breather and push up the field. So that one gets past Valles, but Mara there to keep it safe. This one hit all the way up in the air. Mato will chase, and he's brought down for a penalty. A 50-50 there. It looked like minimal contact, as the ref will go over and talk to his assistant ref to see if he had a different angle to potentially change the decision.
This one will be close if they make this actually a penalty kick.
It looks like he's keeping his original decision to make it a penalty kick. Mara stepped up and cleared the ball out of any danger as Valles could not bring it down. Mata put Lee under pressure and received a shove, and now Luca Mata has the chance to score his first goal of the season with 10:57 left at Warrior Athletic Field. And more importantly, open this game up for the Warriors, who have attacked all half but been unable to find the back of the net. Greenfield in net versus the Brazilian sophomore, Luca Mata. It's Brazilian keeper versus Brazilian penalty taker here. So the referees unhappy multiple times with where Mata has spotted the ball on the penalty spot. Mata with the left foot. Steps up and slots it home. Greenfield dove the right way, but was unable to get down in time and get a hand to the ball. And the Warriors open up the score in here versus the Huntington Foresters. It is now 1-0 thanks to Luca Mata, who scores his first of the season. Greenfield did well to dive the right way there, but that must be so hard for a keeper in net to both get across and keep it out. It's just 12 yards out, that penalty spot. As every penalty taker steps up and is really expected to score. So the Warriors are making a few substitutions here. Number 21, Jaime Rodriguez in. And Huntington have put in number 21, Peyton Miller, into the midfield. Some fresh legs on the inside who will hopefully look to create a bit more going forward as the Huntington Foresters now chase the game. Ball driven up there again by Lee, but no one there to claim. Coleman will clear out of bounds. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. Rodriguez's first touch looked like a handball there, nothing called. As Romo's able to dance around 1 and 2. Zimmerman in defense. Does very, very well to win the ball back. Mata now. Del Jorge in the midfield. So the ball is played out of play here by the Warriors. It
Do we have an injury?
might be number 27, Diego Romo, checking out of the game.
Did anybody come on for him?
They might have had one extra on the field.
Hey, the Steelers tried that in football this week, and the guy still got a 25-yard play. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, it's a good thing Coach Bocart on the sideline was able to catch that one, as the refs had no clue that the Foresters had an extra player out there on the pitch. Coleman able to find Mata, the goal scorer, back in the box, looks for his second. Slots it across the box, but it is cleared up the field. Casas will knock it down to Del Jorge. Number 36, Josh Whitney, has checked in for Zach Collins, and he will have a similar role up top to run around and disrupt, and maybe create 1 or 2 chances. That might be really all the time he sees on the ball. If he can draw a foul in the opposing territory or turn and get a strike off if he's able to beat a few defenders. It's Mata to Coleman, who's unable to keep that one in play. Tried to take the touch past the defender, but pushed it too far out of play. Greenfield will have a goal kick with 7:45 to go in the first half. And a bit unlucky for that Forester defense, who played so well defensively. They gave up one chance to Antonio Mara, but besides that, it was just a dumb decision at the back, and really a light one. I'm surprised the referee gave it. It did not look like much of a shove. Maybe a little extension of the forearm with the ball in the air. But that is all it took to give the Warriors their breakthrough. Zemanski now unable to find any Forsters in attack. Mata picks it off and he drives forward. And is able to win the ball back to Amoko. No foul is whistled there. The Forsters win the ball back. Miller with his first touch of the match. Greenfield forced to clear. Miller loses out to Cassis there. Cassis is pulled back for a foul. The Warriors have another set piece opportunity here. They might just play this one short instead of putting it into the box. Keep the possession, juice the clock, and potentially add a second before we go into halftime. Valledes into Amoko, who's able to turn out. Played all the way out to Zimmerman with Coleman on the touchline for support. Forsters all 11 men behind the ball, and one thing they must focus on is to try to keep this at just one. They can go into halftime only 1-0 down. They can focus on maybe trying to find a way to grow a bit more in the attack in third in this second half. A second here would really kill them off, as they would have to go score twice to even force an overtime period, as Whitney does well to win the ball, but he loses out to Cassis. Valledes with plenty of space. Fauché now closing in defense. Once again, Cassis into Mata. Able to turn. He's pulled back on the shirt. No free kick given as the ref plays advantage. I'm sure the Warriors would have liked to have the free kick, as Del Jorge will clip that half shot, half cross in. Cleared, but not far. Cassis able to spin out of pressure, finds Zimmerman. Back to Cassis. Into Rodriguez, who's yet to really get involved. You can't blame him. There's so many defenders around. He's unable to have any space to go receive the ball as Coleman gets the 1-2, whips it into Rodriguez. Edge of the box, Zimmerman, struck, blocked. Amoko now pops it up, and the bicycle there, a very acrobatic effort. You can see that one on replay, as he might be the most athletic player out there on that field. Saw there Amoko tried this spectacular, and fair play to him. He's able to get up after that. I'm not sure I would have been after hitting the turf like that. Lee with no options except Greenfield, which has been a trend this whole first half. They've put Zemanski and Lee out wide, the two center backs. Greenfield in support, and Bernardez is checked deep, but besides that, it's really just been trying to drive a ball up the field, and they've been unable to win any of the 50-50s. Coleman keeps that one in play, but Zemanski does well to fend Rodriguez off. So Miller loses out to Cassis once again. Two minutes and 25 seconds left. Forsters dropping everybody back, and their mindset must be to not concede a second here. Mata into Rodriguez, back to Mata, edge of the box. Plenty of defenders on him, looks to turn back. Gets a little bit of a shove, looked like more of a shove than on the penalty, but nothing given as Whitney and Amoko fight over the ball, and Amoko whistled for the foul. Whitney, some great hard work there from the striker all the way back in his defensive third to win the ball and maybe give them one more half chance to tie this thing up going into halftime. Greenfield will look to hit this thing all the way up the field. Bernardez, one of the tallest players on the field, the center defensive mid. Tech holds a high line. Salvato also out at his penalty spot. He is no stranger to get in the ball and trying to play it up quick and help the attack. Zimmerman there once again is able to win it. And again.
Wow. He went way up over the taller player on that one.
5'7", but
yeah,
you wouldn't think so based on the way he jumps and he's able to throw himself out there into the game physically. Really imposes himself on every single match. Does so much of the dirty work and allows for his teammates like Mata and Cassis to be able to go attack and have some more freedom. So Mata's able to spin past one into Rodriguez, who's unable to control it. And the Forsters will be in no rush to put this ball back into play. Final 15 seconds of the first half. Greenfield still yet to kick it. That will probably do it. The Warriors up 1-0 after a Luka Mata penalty kick goal. They dominated much of the first half, only able to find that one goal from the penalty spot, but in doing so, they have put a cramp onto the Forsters, who will have to come out of their defensive shape if they want to try to get a result in this match.
And Luka Mata is going to get a card here at halftime.
Again, it must be another dissent there from a Tech player. Said something to the ref that he did not like, and that will be their second yellow card of the match. That does it here at Warrior Athletic Field for the first half. Short 15-minute intermission between the periods, and the Warriors and Forsters will be back out here.
Time to pay some bills, Connor. Take a break here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes here on this broadcast from Warriors Field. You're watching Indiana Tech men's soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Welcome back to Warriors Athletic Field here at Indiana Tech. Real quick, we'll take a look at some of the other upcoming events here for the Warriors programs. Let's see here. We'll get all the way back over here. The women's volleyball tonight is out at the University of Northwest Ohio. That's over in Lima. That one's already started and underway at 7 p.m. Also tonight, it's the women's soccer team. They are at Goshen. Tomorrow night, it'll be the men's tennis team. They will go to Holy Cross. That's down in Marion, and they will play at 6 p.m. Reserve volleyball tomorrow at 7 p.m. versus Heidelberg right here in Fort Wayne. Men's golf, they will play this weekend as they'll be at the Day 1 Classic in St. Anne, Illinois. It's at the Day 1 golf course. That's slated to start at 1 o'clock. In women's lacrosse, they'll be at the Ray Bullock Invitational down at Upland. That's part of Taylor University. And then men's lacrosse at the same thing as well. That's slated for a 6 o'clock start. Women's volleyball, September the 17th. Make sure I got my dates right here. The 17th, Friday night, they will go to Cornerstone. That's up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's slated to start at 7 p.m. And then more men's golf on the 18th on Saturday. They'll be at Day 2 at the St. Anne's course. And that will start probably very early in the morning. On Saturday as well, it'll be the men's tennis team. They will travel down to Indianapolis. They will take on Olivet Nazarene. And I think that is all for the week for the Warriors. So we'll continue on here on our halftime show here. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll just let you listen to some music. You're watching Indiana Tech Soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names: business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back to the second half here at Warrior Athletic Field. Just moments away from kicking off the final 45 of tonight's match. The Warriors up 1-0 after Luka Mata was able to convert a controversial penalty. Did not seem like much contact. A bit of a nudge in the air. He went down, was awarded the foul, and slotted home the penalty under Gabe Greenfield, who was unlucky to dive the right way, but just could not get a hand down in time.
And that goal came at the 10:56 mark of the first half, and 2 yellow cards to Mata, and that was after halftime had already begun that he got booked. And then number 9, I think Lucas Jones with the yellow card at the 23-27 mark, and Tech will get the ball to get us started, Connor.
Tech now going left to right, Huntington right to left.
I think we're waiting for a spectator to get off of the playing surface.
Tech seems to have the same lineup it finished the first half with. Rodriguez up top, who was unable in around 15 minutes of play to get many looks in the final third. And he is someone that the coaches might rely on to fill in for Noe Garcia, who's out with a knee injury, and it is unknown on when he will be back. It looked pretty serious at the start of the season, and he's a big, big player to lose. 18 goals last season. But Tech do definitely have the firepower to battle a loss like that. They just have to find goals from different options here. And guys like Luka Mata, who before today had no goals but 4 assists on the season, and now he's on the score sheet himself.
Unofficially in the first half, Connor, 10 shots to nothing, to 0. A goose egg for Huntington, who's put up a lot of goals this season. And another thing I noticed in the first half by Tech, their passing was outstanding.
Tech, a team that really prides themselves on the possession, as Rodriguez was unable to clip that one over Greenfield as he was able to get through on the loose ball. But Tech is definitely no stranger to really being patient and knocking the ball around, making teams like Huntington, the Foresters, who look to sit back, move, and work even harder defensively. Guys like Luke Jones, who start out wide, run across the middle, and it's almost like crossing routes in like an NFL game where the defenders have to be in constant communication, and one mishap or lapse in judgment could let one of the many runners get through.
That's about the loosest pass we've seen the whole night by Indiana Tech. Boy, I'll tell you, their passes just had no air underneath them. They were all nice and flat and crisp and on target for the whole first half.
One thing that is very important, too, is stressed upon by Coach Bocart, is playing to the correct foot. It might not seem like something so important, and in some cases you just want to get the ball to the attacker, but playing it to the correct foot that allows them to open up or go away from defenders. Just the simple things that these players do so well. The Foresters are able to win the ball back. But only a goal down. All they need is one chance to find its way past Salvato, and it's tied up here. Cassis tries to go up and over the defender. Rodriguez will calm things down to Mata with Coleman in support. Zimmerman now out to Coleman. Can he find a ball into the box? He clips it inside all the way through to Amoko. And it's found its way into the back of the net there. The strike stuck under his foot, but he brought it down and was able to fire home. It might have taken a bit of a deflection, but Maxwell Amoko scores the second of the match, his 4th of the season. And Tech strike early. Just 3 minutes into the second half. They have doubled the lead here at Warrior Athletic Field. As the replay shows, this ball clipped in all the way through to Amoko. And it looked like he wasn't going to be able to get a shot off, but
didn't even look like he hit it with his foot, more like his shin.
But a goal is a goal no matter how it goes in. He's able to get it under Greenfield into that corner. And he's a player that Tech will definitely rely on. Had a great year last year, and already with 4 goals to start this season, he looks to be poised for another one. Coleman with Ocock in defense is able to find Mata, who skips past one. Drives into the box. It looked like it clipped up off of a hand there. Bernardez eventually able to clear. And the Warriors will settle things down and go once again. That's Juan Zugaza with his first action of the game, in for number 3, the Fort Wayne native Israel Vaedes at left back. Mara and Cassis link up and find Junka on this near side, out to Simmerman. It's very silky play here. The ball flying around, 1-2 touch stuff. The Forcers unable to get even close to the ball.
Quicker, Maxi, quicker!
Ball through there to Maxwell Amoko. Unable to get past the defender, and he will keep it in play for a throw-in instead of a corner. Good defending there from Lee. Junka now on this near side. Into Cassis, who loses out to number 4, Austin Beatty. Romo still on the ball, unable to keep possession. He did well to get past 2 or 3, but all the Warriors got back and collapsed in on him. Zugaza once again on that far side. Simmerman to Junka. All 11 Forcers behind the ball defending. Moko plays it all the way over to Coleman. But Beatty does well to get ahead on that and knock it back to Greenfield. It's that low-driven punt. Simmerman gets a touch on it. Junka will play it all the way back to Salvado. Seems like he hasn't touched the ball in almost an hour back there. Mata, the first goal scorer of the day, from the penalty spot, will play it wide. A good ball to Zugaza. Into Amoko, who tries to clip it back to him. Unable to find him, but Cassis will claim. Junka inside. Rodriguez unable to get on the end of that, but the Forcers cannot complete more than 1 or 2 passes before losing the ball once again. Casas under some pressure does well to turn back and find Del Jorge. Into Rodriguez. Out to Coleman with Beatty in defense. The ball kept in play, and it will go out for a corner kick. Looked like Coleman had pushed it just a bit too far, but he's able to throw his left foot at it and knock it off the Forster defender last. For the corner kick that Mato will take with his left foot. Already scored from the set piece, the penalty kick, as he looks to now assist from one. Casas short in support, but you got to think this one's going to be put right onto Greenfield's plate. A whipped back stick. Junca, the only one there, heads across from Mara, but that one went over the line and out for a goal kick. Lee drives the ball all the way up the field, and Mara does well to win it under some pressure, knock it back to Salvato, who throws it out to Junca. 10 minutes gone in the first half here. The Warriors scored just after 3 minutes. Double in the lead and really making this uphill battle even steeper for the Foresters, who now have to score not once, but twice if they want to get back into this one. But still plenty of time left. If they are able to somehow find a goal in the next 15, 20, or even 25 minutes, they will have time to find another. Some great defensive effort there. It's a heavy challenge from Del Jorge. Mato will win the ball and turn out. Been very good today, Luka Matza. Very calm and composed. It looks like he's almost going 70%, just how smooth it's been. As the Warriors are whistled for a foul after a bit of loose possession there in the midfield. And Huntington will regain possession.
Mata and Casa tonight being the catalysts on the field. And Amako, man, those guys, the three of them tonight have been very sharp.
I'm sure just seeing one of them would make defenders have a bit of nightmares, let alone all three.
Right, without Will Harris to boot.
Mm-hmm. And Tech has looked perfectly fine defensively without what looks to be their two starting center backs, at least for last year with Harris and McCarthy, the two big Englishmen that played so well with Salvato at the back. But Mara and Junca have filled in and not looked out of place at all, as Mata and Casas once again combining. As Romo there picks up the ball, and he's got a chance here to drive forward, but Zimmerman's able to poke that ball loose, and there's no foul from Zimmerman. Romo still down after the play. Diego Romo going full speed there after he did well to intercept the ball in the midfield, but Zimmerman tracked back and got rid of that attack by just poking the ball loose.
I don't know if it's a head injury. Yeah, he keeps holding his head, doesn't he?
It might be head, it might be that right leg. It's
kind of wobbly.
He was going full speed, and when Zimmerman came in, and really any bit of contact was going to knock him off balance there, and I believe he might have potentially hit the turf pretty hard.
Yeah, he was a little woozy when he got up.
With all the new concussion protocol in sports, definitely take him off the field and make sure he's okay before he's potentially able to return. If not, his health is definitely more important than the match. So Romo will exit the field. It might be number 9, Ben Arnold, on for him. Play restarts here with Tech on the ball. Sugaza does well to drive inside and find Cassis, who resets back to Del Jorge. Tech prodding around with this ball. Not much urgency to go forward, as they have the 2-goal lead with just over half an hour left here. Focus mainly just on not making any mistakes, keeping the pressure on, and not allowing the Foresters back into this one, as Sugaza is able to find a Moko in the box, tries to lay it off to Del Jorge. Ball cleared only as far as Simmerman. His ball out to Coleman. Too far for a goal kick. As the Warriors look to make a double change here. Number 9, Luke Jones, in for number 6, Luca Mata. And number 8, Brendan Sidaway, in for Maxwell Amoko.
Both of those guys deserve a little bit of a break.
Definitely, they worked so hard and attacked so well in the first half. The 2 goal scorers go off together as Sidaway slots into that center defensive midfield role.
I love the fact in college you can bring a player back on. I think I heard that Major League or the soccer is MLS is considering going to that eventually in their own league, where when a guy gets subbed out, he can come back at some point.
So Jones looks to get on the end of that one. Greenfield will play it out wide. Lee into Zemansky. Now to Beatty as they look to get out of pressure, but unable to do so. Rodriguez wins the ball back. Out wide to Jones, and will he look to cut in on that left foot? As he drives at the defender on that right foot. Can he get it across? He does, and Greenfield is there to save. Jones did well to set up the defender before he cut it on that right foot. Ball into Okok, who drops it back to Szymanski. And Lee will eventually play this one deep up the field. Whitney looks to get there. Salvado's out to claim. And that's really the first ball that they've played up the field that has gotten relatively close to creating a threat. Many have been dealt with by the likes of Junca, Mara, even Angel Del Jorge. Sidaway, his first touch on the ball. So we'll look to find Coleman over the top.
Ooh, good pass.
Ball sets up very nicely on the turf, and Coleman will cut it back. Jones unable to get a foot on it. There's Jones, as that was Rodriguez across the box. That one sails well over and hits the whack. But a good chance there from the Warriors. Some beautiful build-up from Sidaway, the newly added substitution, out to Coleman. Greenfield might look to hit this one all the way up. He does. Coleman wins, knocks it down to Jones. The Warriors deal with that half chance well and can go forward once again. So the Foresters are going to have to start winning at least some of those 50-50 balls that they drive up the field to even try to get a chance to score. With their two defenders at the back in Greenfield and net, they've been unable to find any of their center mids check into the ball, as the Warriors have with Cassis and Mata and Sidaway, who've been able to turn out a pressure as Cassis does there. Sidaway out to Jones. Plenty of Warriors in support. Elects to find Sidaway. Played all the way across to Mara. Zimmerman back into Sidaway in the middle, who loses out on the ball and is whistled for a foul there. Good defended from number 29, Nathan Lemon.
No, the Foresters look like they're going to bring on some new fresh legs here shortly.
Might be a double change there. Once again, Greenfield will have the free kick. He'll take it short. And Lee will drive this one up the field. Coleman does well to deal with that one after Collins put the defenders under some distress. But the Warriors build out. Del Jorge has plenty of space to carry forward. That ball over to Jones. Can he keep it in play? Able to do so with Beatty in defense.
Oh, good play.
Beatty does very well to use his body and win the ball off Jones, who wanted it back on his strong left foot. Sugaza working with Cassis on that far side. Jones now into Sidaway. Can he square it across the box? It will be deflected off Zymanski last for a corner kick. A well-worked attack there from Indiana Tech, but they could not find a square ball for a shot. Jones set to stand over this one. Another left-footed effort.
Here comes your subs. Or, well, nope, we're still looking for the ball, actually.
There we go. Kind of got hid down there.
Yeah.
Bit of a hill that goes down into the whack. Jones set to take. That one very high, very far at the back post. Bernardez does well to clear, but only out to Sidaway. Now Zimmerman once again in. Junk at the back post. It's knocked down, and Greenfield's able to save, and the clearance from this angle almost goes into his own net, but it'll be another corner kick on this near side. Sidaway was able to knock it down to Zimmerman, who hooked it back in, and the center back Mark Junka, who spent most of his time possessing from the back, was able to get ahead on there, but a great save from Greenfield. Very low as this one whipped in once again. Rodriguez, the target, unable to direct that one towards goal. It will go out for a goal kick. So the Foresters will make these substitutions. Zymanski and Beatty, the left center back and left back, leaving the field. Two defenders that, despite the scoreline, have played well today under the circumstances that they have faced an attack for almost the whole game and only conceded twice, with one of those being a penalty kick. Mara is fouled on that far side. He's able to do well to body the defender, then felt the contact and went down. So the Foresters have subbed in number 33, Clayton Lewis, on this left back. He will have a very tough matchup introduced into the game with Luke Jones out there. Number 16, Cooper Fauché, who has played a bit of outside back today, is now slotted in as the center back alongside Keegan Lee. As Bernardez does well to win the ball.
Uh-oh.
The Forsters are through here. Can they find a strike? He's shoved down to the floor, and it's no call from the referee. Shoulder to shoulder, he says, and that one was very similar to the one that the Warriors had in the first half that Mata was awarded the penalty.
Almost in the exact same spot on the field as well.
In fact, that one looked even a bit more egregious as Coleman drives forward, and he is fouled. The referee has stopped play once again to issue another booking.
Catch a number on that?
Number 16. Cooper Fauché. It was number 12, Eric Okok, who chased back and took a bit of a kick out at Jonas Coleman's foot on the dribble, caused the foul, but Fauché might be the one that is in the book for some dissent after the play. I'm sure he was unhappy with the non-call at the other end of the field, especially after the Warriors received a penalty in the first half. Cassis and Jones over this one, a right foot and left foot option. A decent ways away from the goal. It would take a very good effort here to beat Greenfield as Jones goes for it in that one. Well over the bar. Very ambitious effort there. But the 2-0 scoreline affords them a bit of freedom to do things like that as a few more changes for the Forsters check in. Number 21, Peyton Miller back in the midfield. Number 34, Dylan Carlisle enters for the first time tonight.
Maybe 21? Yeah, 21.
Yeah, Peyton Miller in the midfield there. And might be Whitney up at the top once again. And for Collins, who has worked hard tonight, but has been unable to really find any chances besides that penalty shout just a few moments ago.
This might be a little early to ask this, but when was the last time Indiana Tech shut a team out trying to get any shots on goal? They have 0. We've got 21 minutes to play.
They've had 3 shutouts this season with Salvato and net. They've been able to really keep a good record when it comes to goal differential, but I'm not sure the last time they've really not allowed any chances for a whole 90-minute game.
It's pretty remarkable, to be honest with you.
Especially to a team like the Forsters, who have scored plenty of goals this season and have plenty of players that look like they could go out there and score some goals, but they just haven't clicked at all tonight as Zugaza is able to stay on sides, and he'll play that one well high into the air. Jones uses his body well to keep the ball. He's able to get onto the end of that one. Can he find a strike? He does. Greenfield saves at the near post, and it is cleared away as Del Jorge goes up in the air to win it, but he's whistled for the foul as him and Whitney collided. As we look at the replay of that last effort, Jones very fortunate to get a lucky bounce that kept the ball in play off the back of his foot, and from a very tight angle, he really just tried to drive that one straight at the keeper and hope it bobbled in, but Greenfield stood his ground. As Arnold's in there fighting for the ball, but he's unable to keep it. Cassis will swing it all the way to this near side to Jonas Kallman. Under 20 minutes left in the second half at Warrior Athletic Field. Indiana Tech, the 2-0 leaders, goals by Luca Mata in the first half from the penalty spot. And Maxwell Amoko just 3 minutes and change into the second half. I wonder if that halftime talk that the Warriors had was a bit more focused on coming out and just putting another goal in. They've had a decent amount of chances as the Foresters have sat back, but they only found one goal in the first half, and it was really due to a mistake. So they came out in the second half, found the second, and gave themselves some more insurance. Mara's able to find Rodriguez. No foul called there. Looked to be pulled back a bit, but the ref is having none of that. But Tech will go once again through Jones. Del Jorge looks off Kallman and will play it all the way wide to Cassis with Zugaza out wide, Zimmerman in the middle. Zugaza receives back to Cassis. So those two play a little game of their own over there. Now back to Mara. Forsters everybody behind the ball as they defend. Zugaza is unable to keep that one in play. 18 minutes left. The Forsters are still not out of this game, despite the fact that they have yet to register a shot on target, or really a shot at all. If they can somehow force a mistake or win a set piece that can find them a goal, there's still plenty of time to score 2 goals to send this thing into overtime, but the way it's looking is not very likely. Tech with the 2-0 lead look more of the attack and threat. Sidaway does well to get out of some pressure there from Whitney, who looks to be breathing a bit heavy as he's just sprinted around up top trying to put 5-6 different Warriors under pressure. Sidaway will look to clip that one into Zugaza. Does well to knock it back to Del Jorge. Kallman to Jones now. Junka looks for a ball into the box. Rodriguez unable to get there. Greenfield did very well to come out and get 2 hands onto that one under some pressure. So he will quickly try to put this thing back into play, but does not get past the Warrior defense. As another Warrior substitution is set to come on. It looks like number 10, the graduate senior Malta Dennert from Germany. Normally plays up top as a striker, potentially can slide out wide. Zugaza looks to drive through, was unable to get past the Forster defense. Dennert on for Rodriguez, who was close to scoring a few opportunities. Number 21, Jaime Rodriguez, the redshirt junior from Madrid, Spain. As Dennert gets his chance to go up and face what probably feels like 30 defenders out there surrounding him at all times. Zimmerman's able to get onto that one, but he cannot find Sidaway.
I think at your next stoppage, you're going to have a complete line change like in hockey. I can see across, there's a ton of green jerseys getting ready to come in.
Might be the coach kind of throwing the towel
Yeah.
in on this one as he looks to sub in potentially 10 new players. It does not look like a goalkeeper, so Greenfield might stay out there. But he might face some more chances if some younger, inexperienced guys are coming in and facing this Tech team who have kept the ball what feels like the whole game.
Yeah, time of possession's got to be 85 to 15%. And this, I mean, they just feel like they've been on the Forester side for the entire night.
And most of the Forester possession might come from things like goal kicks and the occasional throw-in they've had, but it's been just utter domination on the ball from the Warriors. Only 2 goals to show, so that does say something about how well the Foresters have been able to hold up so far. But that could be poised to change as they look to sub on a whole new unit of players. So Miller does well to intercept the ball, but Zimmerman wins it straight back. De Jorge over the top to Zugaza. 2 Spaniards looking to link up. Cassis as well is able to get past one. He will play all the way back. Just keeping things simple and really killing off the rest of this game. Coleman will look for his fellow German, but unable to find Dennert in the middle. Greenfield corrals. Fauché now on the ball. Forster's just looking for a way through over the top. Lee finally plays it.
Whoa.
Whitney unable to bring it down, but the strike there from the Forsters just goes wide. That might be their first concrete chance of the game. But still Salvato put under no real pressure as that one goes well wide of the post.
All right, here you go. Get all these right. Coming on a fresh 10.
Almost looks like a whole new team coming on the field. And it's probably needed as many of those Forster players are probably very tired chasing the game for the past 33 minutes, this whole entire second half. Bernardez now, who played a defensive role almost as a third center back. The center mid has gone up top. Ocock and might be Whitney on that far side. It might be Collins as well. Diego Romo back into the game, so it looks like he has healed from whatever injury he suffered about 20 minutes ago. This one driven all the way up the field. The Warriors this time playing long. Beatty back into the game, is able to clear. Szymanski as well, another addition back to that back line. Cassis finds Zugaza. De Jorge skips it past the referee to Cassis. Mark Juncker does well to find Zimmerman, who skips past Beatty. Drives that one off Szymanski and is whistled for a handball, it looks like. Szymanski did well to get across, a bit unlucky that his hand came up a little bit and blocks the attempted cross. This free kick a bit shorter than a corner. Sitaway and Jones over it, a right foot and left foot option once again for the Warriors.
That's a difficult angle. I mean, even worse than the corner, to be honest with you.
Would be very, very ambitious from Jones once again to shoot, but would not put it past him to try. This one might be whipped in to try to find Dennert, who's a very tall striker. Ball put at the back post and off the Forsters, last for a corner kick. Zimmerman, who rose very high in the air, was just unable to get any part of his body on the ball. There's another sub for the Warriors. That is freshman Owen Leland from Huntertown, Indiana. Went to Carroll High School. And he's in for what might be his varsity debut with 9 minutes and 45 seconds left. As he tries to get across to the near post for that corner. What a introduction that would have been, but
Yeah.
it's off him last for a goal kick. Leland looks to set up out wide on that left side. Lee tries to play that one up the field and will go out of play for a throw-in. He's been unable to find any ball over the top to work today versus this Warrior defense. Junko finds Zimmerman out to Coleman now. Does well to clip it around the defender and find Jones. Sidaway hits that one very high up in the air. Szymanski wins. And Zimmerman does very well to keep that one in play to Jones, who will reset all the way back to Junka and now to Mara. Dennert with maybe his first touch of the match. Unable to find Sidaway. That one played all the way upfield. Bernardez to chase. But Junka does well to give him a little turn to the shoulder and knock it back to Salvato. Bernardez won this. Played almost the whole match, if not the whole match, and I'm sure he's pretty tired now.
Yeah, he did a lot of chasing in the first half back there on defense.
The Warriors will have a throw in deep on that far side in Forrester territory. Dennert back to Zugaza. Tries to play that one in. It is blocked and picked up by Garcia. And off the Warriors last for a throw in.
More subs. Number 17.
Number 17, Sam Saleh, has checked in for the final 7 minutes and change. It's the Forsters. Still not all hope lost. They have 7 minutes here. If they can find one goal, it will put them right back in this game. But Leland intercepts the bad pass across the back line. Sidaway picks it up, but that one will not find Dennert. Greenfield throws it out quick to Fauché. So foul's called there. They try to play it quick. Mara taking no chances at all late in the game. We'll play that one out into the street.
Yep, souvenir for one of the cars driving by on Jefferson.
Garcia wins a foul, and if the Foresters can somehow manage to get this ball into the back of the net, there's still a chance for them. They will put some numbers forward.
And they'd just taken out the big fella.
With really no chances all game, this would be a remarkable effort if they were able to find the back of the net. The ball whipped into the box, and they win it at the near post. It's over the bar, but a very good chance there for the Foresters, and I'm sure Coach Bocart will not be too happy with his team for letting up a late chance like that. This one played all the way up the field. Dennert will be flagged for offsides. Keegan Lee standing over this one. Greenfield as well might be the only one that stays back as the Foresters try to get a shot on frame here. Saleh unable to win. Same with Garcia. Zimmerman does well to shield off and play Leland on that far side. The Warriors, really the first time in the game they've been put under some pressure, but Salvados plays it wide out to Zugaza, and they do very well to get past that Foresters team that stepped up to try to win the ball back there. Junka will look wide for Jones. That one too far, unable to keep it in play, but Junka and Mara have been almost perfect back there.
Yeah, I can't imagine they've had 4 bad passes the entire match.
I'm sure Coach Bocart is very pleased to have a group of players where even someone like Will Harris, the 2-time WAC Defensive Player of the Year, misses a match. You can have guys fill in, and it really doesn't seem like the team skips a beat at all. Just shows the depth and talent that all of these Warriors have. Coleman unable to keep that one in play. One more sub for the Foresters, who have played well themselves despite the circumstances. Just 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, and it's only 2-0. They haven't had much of the ball at all. They faced a lot of chances. Greenfield in net has been very good. He's made 3 or 4 very good saves that without him and maybe someone in net that's not as good, it could be 4, 5, 6-0, but him, Zymanski, and Lee have worked very hard back there, and they've only kept it as 2 as the Warriors will play advantage here. Jones finds it on this near side. Can he get on his left foot? Will he go right? He goes right, whips it across the box. It's a great ball. No one there. Leland just behind the play, cannot get a foot on it. The Warriors, unless a miraculous event happens in the final 2 minutes and 15 seconds that sees them have to go to overtime, they've looked like they've secured a win, and they will go to 5-1 on the season, and they more importantly bounce back after their first loss of the season away at Lindsey Wilson. They reached their program high, their program record of ranked 10th in the NAIA, and now they're 11th after the loss. They've only dropped 1 spot, so if other results go their way, they might be able to move back up this week. We will have to see. As the ref is playing on, the AR's had his flag up for offsides for about 30 seconds. As now the Foresters go forward, and Romo unable to go through as the main ref completely looked off his AR for the whole entire attack. Foresters with just 1 minute and 20 left to try to get one more chance. They will fall to 4-3. Started out the season very, very well. Bit of a dip in form, but it was always going to be a tough task away at the 11th team in the nation, especially if they are missing a few starters.
Oh,
they're able to, great save there from Jaume Salvado. And with 1 minute left, the Foresters almost grab a goal. We'll look at the replay on that one.
Hold on, I'll get that ready for you. Here we go.
Really out of nowhere, they were able to just whip a good ball into the box. It was a poor clearance that flicked it on. And the strike there forced a very, very good one-hand, strong palm save from Salvado, who got down quick. The play has been momentarily stopped for an injured Forester on the field, but once again, the Forsters had a few chances here, and with the way the game's going, if they were able to get that one in with a minute left, it would have been very, very tight and very unlikely, but you really never know when it comes to the world of sports. So it looks like Nathan Lemon might have been the one injured. He's off the field and looks to be up and walking on his own power, which is good, as the Warriors will put this ball back into play. The Forsters have, past few minutes, played a bit better after they've put the Warriors under some pressure at the back, as Jones, to the excitement of the crowd, dances past a few but is unable to keep possession. As Romo is able to combine to the midfield but cannot receive the ball back, and it makes you wonder if the Forsters would have came out with a bit more intensity and played a bit higher up the field in this game. Could the result have gone a bit different? As Ocock's unable to get past De Jorge. Just 10 seconds to go. Plays blown dead for a foul. Ocock picks up the yellow card after tripping up De Jorge. And that will do it here at Warrior Athletic Field. Just 8.9 seconds to go. The Warriors will touch this ball back into play and kill off the rest of the clock. A 2-0 win that...
Well, the clock now starts.
Bit of an extra second there, but a 2-0 win for the Warriors, who played probably a lot better than the scoreline shows, but a few late chances from the Foresters could have made this one even closer than what it was. So it ends 2-0 here at Warrior Athletic Field. The Warriors end their losing streak and now hopefully look to start another winning streak as they did at the start of the season. The Foresters will look to bounce back. They play Cleary on the road, their final of their 3 straight away matches in 1 week, and then they'll be back home to play Manchester. Luka Mata and Maxwell Amoko, the 2 goal scorers of the day. Luka Mata from the penalty spot, and Maxwell, just after the second half started, was able to get the ball just past Greenfield into the bottom left corner.
Well, Connor, not bad tonight for your first time here, doing a solo job tonight.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we can't wait to have you back here once again as a Tech with a big win tonight, 2-0 here. I think you already went over when they play next both teams. Did you do it? I was tweeting out the final score here.
We'll see with Tech who they play next.
I think I wrote it down, but I
believe it's a away game at West Virginia Tech.
Yes, I think you're correct.
On Saturday.
Yeah, so a little bit of a drive for the Warriors as they'll hit the road. But a good night overall for Indiana Tech, missing some players and didn't miss a beat. I think their defense and their passing just unbelievable.
Very clean, very compact game. A few chances they gave up late, which I'm sure the coach will not be too pleased about, but for probably about 95% of the game, I mean, they looked in control and looked pretty easy out there.
Absolutely. So that does it here from Indiana Tech tonight. The Warriors victorious over the Foresters 2-0 for Joe Hacker and Connor. I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching Indiana Tech Soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.